With the recent success of the Apothecary Diaries, Raven of the Inner Palace has been flung into the spotlight again. A similar tone, from the Chinese court setting to the mystery narrative, makes it an obvious comparison, albeit not a perfect one. I was given this one as part of my 12 shows in 12 months by a good friend from my Discord community who has a very strong grasp of the kind of shows I like, at least in terms of where our tastes overlap, which is typically in shows that take themselves a little more seriously, like this one. For those who are new to the reviews here, at the start of the year, I asked 12 different people for 12 shows that I would watch over the space of this year. That list is on screen now. The names in bold are the ones I've already watched, with all of the reviews available over on the blog. I don't think the comparison to Apothecary Diaries is completely fair, most notably in that one plays out the comedic elements in a more realistic setting. This, on the other hand, is a show that takes itself more seriously, with supernatural elements that take center stage at various points in the story. I also think those supernatural elements are mostly to the show's deficit. Some are fine, particularly early on, but the more the show leans into that, the more it leans away from the strong character writing and narratives. That's a fairly minor point, though, in an otherwise good show. More on that ahead, including some spoilers. And before that, though, a content warning. This show gets fairly dark at times, with stories involving abuse, sexual assault, murder, and suicide. The setting for Raven of the Inner Palace is the best place to start, since that forms the basis for pretty much everything else. The newly crowned Emperor, Koshin, makes a request of the Raven Consort, Jusetse. The Raven Consort has a unique role in that she is alone in a separate palace, forbidden from making contact with the outside world, and with mysterious powers with which she can fulfill the requests made of her. That isn't really the appeal of the show, though. The mystery elements end up feeling weak most of the time. It's hard to really sell the suspense for mystery while also having a character who, more often than not, has all the answers from the beginning and simply has to set the stage for the reveal. On that note, the supernatural elements feel a little lackluster too. Communing with the dead and such works well, but as the series progresses, there are aspects that feel incomplete. Mostly because they are. Lots of time is invested into areas that never come to fruition, as this season covers the first 2 volumes of the light novel, of which there are currently 7. Hopefully that means more to come in the future at least. Because, for all that the mystery and supernatural elements are simply fine and not great, the drama side of the show is fantastic. Jusetse is the center point of the show, an incredibly written character, with the series built around her development from isolation and detachment, both in terms of the world around her and her attachment to life itself, into a person learning to live and care about living. It probably helps that I'm a fan of tsunderes, as long as they have something else going for them, which she undeniably does. Koshin has some interesting dynamics to play with here, although he's a fairly plain character on his own. The earlier episodes hint at some romance, but that mostly gets pushed aside as the show progresses. His role ends up being more of a close friend than anything else, at least as far as the series covers, and his relationship with Jusetse is what truly lets her flourish as a character. The other characters mostly fall a little short here, which is to be expected given the smaller roles. Juju is a simple but fun character. The character archetype shows up in countless different shows, but her specific quirks make her more interesting. She's petty and impulsive, which allows her to bounce well off of Jusetsu's personality, with a few distinct conversations standing out as highlighting her flaws, while still allowing her to be the caring and carefree character that she is. Beyond her, though, the other attendants all feel a little weak. Maybe there's more to come from future stories here. That's probably the biggest thing holding this show back, honestly. Between the sidecast being mostly forgettable, supernatural aspects that feel undeveloped or out of place, and plot elements that never come to fruition, this desperately needs another season to bring it up. With that said, unlike most unfinished shows, this does resolve those season's events well, feeling more like it would distinctly benefit from another season, as opposed to currently suffering from a lack of one. I think this is a high 8 out of 10 as it stands, but it could very easily move up as it progresses, and it's recent enough that hopefully it gets the opportunity to do just that. If you like this video and want to read more of my reviews that don't make it to YouTube, or if you'd like to support me in making these, check out the links in the description, and I hope to see you here again for the next one.